All right. Perfect. All right. So yesterday I went over a potential trade on gold, which got taken down due to something I had written on the description that I had no idea breached one of their rules. So I'll go over it today. Okay. I'll do it quickly. I was looking at the weekly time frame here. We have a clear direction, which is obviously up here. Okay. I also pointed out that we had a nice support level here. So this is our last swing low. That gives this push here. Okay, and then we also had this nice push down, gave us a nice support level here. And then it appears like we have a higher low point there. Okay, so let's just get rid of that. That's for the weekly time frame. Taking a look at our daily. Okay, our daily seems to be in a range, and that range is from the 2716 area just about, and just about here at the 2560 area. So if I am going to look for higher prices on gold, it would have to be obviously a break above this area, a nice clean close, and then a retest of that area and continue higher, something like this. And then we can target these last highs, okay? Because there's liquidity here that has not been taken out just yet. Okay, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Then I scaled down to my H4 time frame, and I pointed out that we were making clear. So zoom in just a bit so you can see what I mean. Get rid of this. Okay. We were making clear lower lows and lower highs. This last impulse move here that gave us this push lower was actually taken out by this push higher here. Okay. Now, because of that, I was looking for buys. As you can see, we have this lower low here. We have a higher low here, and then we had another higher low. Okay. And as most people may know, maybe they don't. If you're new to trading, there's usually three legs or three waves in a push. So this is one, this is two, and we may get a pushback lower and then go up higher. Okay. That's what I'm expecting. We could get a higher low point here at some point, or this could be that last higher low that gives us that third push. Okay. Okay, everything is subjective in trading. Nothing is objective. We play it as the market goes on. Okay, and then I wanted to also point out this here. Okay, and we have this resistance area that closed here. Nice close with volume. Okay, and today we came down and tested that same area, a retest of that level on H4. Okay, and I also want you to keep in mind the reason why I entered. Okay, so we had this last higher high here. Okay, so let's move this. We know that's from the daily. Okay, and why I entered here as opposed to here. Okay, what I really want to pay attention to is this area here. Okay, when we scale down to the H1 time frame, what do we see here at this level? We came up, we have a push, closed, and then we came back down and closed below. Okay, as opposed to this area yesterday where we had a push, close above, and then another candle push, close above. Okay, what I did was wait for a pullback into this area, which did go further. I got my first entry just about here at the 2655 area, and then I'm targeting at the time of the video. The reason why I had it here is because I was recording showing people that I would have entered here if I had a nice close, which I did not. So we got this impulse move. We went here, and then we were looking for a 1 to 1.5. Okay, which is right about here. Nice 1 to 1.5 move. Okay, not getting greedy. Again, we're playing in a range. I don't really like ranging markets. I like trending markets. But we did get this nice impulse move. All right, which if you look on M15, for the people that trade on the lower time frames, right, usually they will put their stops below higher lows. So you have a higher low here, a higher low here. And if you go to M5 for the scalpers, we have more high lows that were liquidated on this push here. So I knew we had buyer's momentum once we had this push, a pullback, lower high, and then failure to go lower with a higher low point here. So I waited for a nice volume candle which if you look at the bottom here, we have this rejection here, which I like this candle, but then we see volume picking up. As you look at the bottom here, 1, 2, 3, we see volume picking up. So I entered just about here. Obviously, spread put me a little higher. That's why the interest here. Okay. Let's adjust this. Get rid of this. Get this eraser here. Okay. And obviously, we had a lot of movement in the market, which is expected. Saw this nice push off of this daily zone. Again, remember, this is off the daily. So you can see that I was playing around. This would have been another good entry. I was asleep though and already in the trade, so I did not re-enter. And then we pushed higher. Okay. What I do want to point out now is that the volume on the sell side is picking up. However, structure still held. As long as we do not breach this area here, which is at the 2660-ish area, this area here, as long as we can hold this area, we should see another push higher, which is why I have the 2683 area pointed out. Okay. And the reason for that is if you look again to your H4, the market's always looking for liquidity. So where's the next liquidity? Here, where people are placing their stops, probably just about here. So I'm going to take it a little shorter and look for a move here. Again, my stops are at break even though I hit my 1 to 1.5. Took 75% of my position, broke even, and see if we can go higher and squeeze the market for a little bit more. Again, we are in a range on the daily. Okay. And just so I don't get caught in this, I want you to also pay attention to this here. We have a trend line from up here to here that the market can react to, push higher, and then come back lower. The reason why we may see lower prices is because we're in this range point. Okay. Now, if you point out ranges, the way ranges usually play out is that the market would continue to seek liquidity, which in this case, we got the impulse lower, came up, swept the liquidity here, came back down, gave us a higher low, came back and swept it again. Okay. And then we got a further push lower beyond this support level here. Okay. So what I am expecting is probably an impulse move. There's news tomorrow, first Friday of the month and of the year. So we get this big push here, boom, into this trend line, and then look for lower prices. Okay. Because if we look at our dollar index here, let's get rid of all this. Let's bring that back. Actually, I've been calling buys from down here. You can see from here to here, I was calling buys. All right, a little bragging. But if you look at a higher time frame for the dollar, I know people are saying the dollar is going to lose strength. However, we got Mr. Trump in office, and we all know what Trump does. You may not like him. I know many people can't. Oh, let's not get into that. We had this consolidation zone here. Again, impulse higher. Another consolidation here. Impulse higher. And then we have another smaller consolidation here. And I'm expecting the dollar to rally once again. As you can see, it has taken out these areas here. Okay. Break of this resistance area with a nice close to close the month of December. And then we are most likely, once again, to look for liquidity at these areas. So we may get a push higher. If we can breach this level here at 112-ish area and close above, we may see the dollar really rally. So that is my play here. Okay. Got to pay attention to that. That's the reason why I think gold may react and push lower. Okay. Because it's gold versus the dollar. But that's all. And I'll make sure not to put anything in the description that will take this down. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. And make sure you like and subscribe. I will be reposting a video that was supposed to be up for ETH, which is also playing out, but I'll repost that and go over that as well. See you guys.